Good morning, good morning. You have to give them credit for their goal. This is an absolute assault to plunder and pillage the middle class. Why? To give tax breaks to wealthiest people and to corporate America, to the tune of nearly $1.5 trillion to corporate America. And who pays the price? Well, the Republicans have made no secret of it. They're saying, the Speaker said, once the GOP adds trillions of dollars to the national debt, they openly admit that they plan to begin, start their crusade by destroying Medicare and Medicaid. Creative and letting people thrive and reach their success, or Democrats have never supported shutting down government, and we don't do so now. In the interest of the meeting, and we've had this conversation preliminarily before, we want, as we raise the caps, and that's the subject now, what are the caps? As we raise the caps, we are calling for parity. We need resources for a strong national defense, but we also need a strong domestic budget. We need part of that increase in the domestic budget to fight our country, because of the courage of these women, has crossed the Rubicon. Alia jacta est. The die is cast. We're in a whole new place on all of this, and it's pretty exciting. And so, so many of the women have come forth. Some of them currently with complaints, others telling us about what happened to them when they were young, when they were ignored or they were afraid to come forward, and the rest. And they are fighting for justice for women today and as we go into the future.
Morning. First of all, we want to identify what reforms are needed to change the way things work. In addition to just better policies to protect women, we also need a real culture change. We need to recognize that this is a pervasive problem that women face, not just here in Congress, but through every industry. And this really is a watershed moment, and it needs to lead to lasting and positive change.
As an offer to make, is there a counteroffer from Republicans, and has the freedom?
The defenders of the status quo just see their old, broken system slipping away from them. We believe it's about time that hardworking people of this country get a break. We believe it's about time that people living a paycheck get some real relief. In the end, this really comes down to what people care about. More money in their paychecks, more jobs, a healthier economy, faster economic growth, more fairness, more peace of mind when tax day rolls around. That's what this is about, and it's about getting beyond the status quo. So for Well, I'm not going to speculate on what the next moves are. We're going to start, hopefully, we're going to start this conversation back up today down at the White House. It would be nice to get back to the table and start negotiating caps and all the other things we have to do. But those conversations have not been taking place because our partners on the other side of the aisle walked away from the table. So if they come back to the table, we can start conversations, but it's going to take us some time, and we're just going to have to find time to make sure that we can accommodate all of these things.